Hey, David Taub here from Epic Guitar Instruction. Hope all is well. Hope you're rocking those guitars. And today you're going to learn the song Brain Damage by Pink Floyd from their killer record Dark Side of the Moon. This is such a fun song to play. And you're going to find that it's really easy. It's just a couple of open chords, a few different strum patterns. I'm going to show you the arpeggiation pattern as well as a strumming way to play it, because what we kind of do here at Epic Guitar Instruction a lot is I kind of strip songs down for one and arrange them for one guitar. So this way, if it's just you playing or jamming with a couple of friends, or if you're sitting at the beach or at the park or just sitting on your porch and you want to have some fun strummers, this is an easy one to add to your song catalog. Now there's only one bar chord, but I'm even going to show you a way where you don't even have to play it with a bar chord. You can just substitute a power chord. And hey, if you'd like to know when we have a new song lesson out, click that subscribe button. Subscribing to the channel really helps us also. It helps us to keep the content coming, as well as you'll be notified when we have a new song lesson or a new guitar lesson out. Also, leave a comment below. Let us know how you like this lesson. Let us know what lessons and songs you'd like to see coming up. Please share the video, and if you like it, click the like button, give it a thumbs up, and we thank you so much for your support. And the structure for the song, it's very easy. It's just a verse, chorus, and then it's the same. Another verse, which is the same as the first verse, another chorus, and then there's kind of an outro section, when you hear the lunatic laughing right over the chords, and that's basically just the same as the verses. So basically all we have to worry about is two sections, verses and choruses. The chords in the verses, you're going to need a D chord, you're going to need a G7, you could play it like this, or also if you want to play it without that second finger, you could just use your first and third and then just mute that A string. Both a G7. I'm going to play it with the second finger on that B note like this. Okay? And the beginning is basically just keeps going back and forth between that D and the G7. The intro is the D chord for a while, and then once the lyrics come in, D, G7, D, D7, I'll show you in a second. Later you're going to need the slash chord, basically an E over D. Basically just take your D shape and move it up a whole step so it's E, but you're going to put the open D string in the bass. So basically it's a slash chord E over D. You need A7. Back to the D, you're also going to need a D suspended second, and that's easy also because you're just going to take off that second finger off the high E string second fret and play that high E string open. You get that sound. And then the last chord you're going to need for the verses is a D7. That's all the chords in the verses. Now there's a very trademark picking pattern that they use to arpeggiate the D to the G7 in this. I'm going to show you that just because I think it's important that you know it. But I think for this version, because we're doing it more for one guitar, it sounds overall fuller if you just strum it instead of picking individually all the notes. Because remember, on the original recording, you have that, you have those notes playing on the guitar, but you also have the keyboard playing, right? And then you have another guitar behind that, so it makes it sound very full. If you just do the picking alone throughout the whole verse, it'll sound a little empty. So I'm going to show you the pattern, then I'm going to show you the strum patterns that you could use. The intro starts just on the D, and here's the pattern you're going to use when you play that D chord. Here's the arpeggiation pattern. Okay, so basically you strum the D chord, then you hit this, the B, the high E, and then the open D. That's the first one, and then the second one you hit the D again, and then B string, G string, high E string, D string. So that'll sound like this. And it just repeats and repeats. Now, when it goes to the G7, you strum the G7 and you do the exact same picking pattern on the strings. So on the G7, B string, high E, and then D string. And then the second time, strum the G7 again, and then B string, G string, high E string, D string. Right? You put both of those together. Okay, so those are the picking patterns, and it just repeats like even when it goes to the D to that E over D, same patterns. Okay? So I think it's important you know those, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a strumming version where we're kind of copying that vibe, but we keep it sounding really full. So we're going to use this pattern. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. Kind of an eighth note feel. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and The last chord, we're going to have to change the pattern because it's long, but this down, down, up, down, up, and one other strum in the chorus, and you'll have most of the rhythm for the whole song. So what you could do, though, when you're on the D chord, for instance, instead of strumming the whole chord, go down, down. Now on the 2 upstrokes, hit that B and the G string. Right? And you get that vibe. So it's down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. All right? Even if you miss it and you hit a couple other strings, it's still going to get you close. Right? And then when you change, right? Again, I'm going down, down, up. But when I do the ups, I'm picking B and then G string, for instance. Right? And then a down, up. So you're keeping that down, down, up, down, up through the whole thing. It might take you a second to get that. At first, if you just want to do the straight down, down, up, down, up, hitting all of them, that's fine. It's the same verse throughout the whole thing. So it starts with "The lunatic is on the grass." So when I take you through it, I'm going to basically be playing the D chord, and then when I go to those 2 upstrokes, I'm going to hit the B and the high E. Same thing on the G7, but I'll play the verses all the way through without stopping so you could play along. So notice there, the last time you do it, goes from that D, D sus2, then back to the D and it starts over. So the second time through, it's exactly the same thing until the very last chord again. When it goes D, D sus2, and then it goes to a D7 because they need one chord to connect and kind of move into that huge chorus, right? And on that D7, it's a little longer. So the pattern I did was just like a down, down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, up. 4 upstrokes in a row might throw. You could kind of do anything. And hey, if you're having some trouble changing chords, maybe, you know, you're not sure if your technique is spot on or it's taking longer than you had hoped, you know, I have a lot of chord changing techniques that'll really help you along in your guitar journey. And in fact, if you click on that link in the YouTube description box, I'll send you a free video lesson with my most essential chord changing techniques and all kinds of exercises that will get your chord changing blasted to the next level and fast. And I'll send you also with that an ebook with tons of chord charts, more exercises, and more lessons. Free video lesson, free ebook. All you do, click that link in the YouTube description box below. All you need now is the chorus. And that part is when the first chorus, and if the dam breaks open many years too soon, right? G, A major, then it goes to a C, No Room Upon the Hill is G, then G again, If Your Head Explodes, A, right, on that dark foreboding 2, C, See You on the Dark Side of the Moon, G, and then it goes B minor, E minor, A. Okay, now that B minor chord, if you're not up to playing bar chords yet, that's okay. Just 2-note it and play the B5th chord. So I'm just playing the 2nd fret on the A string and the 4th fret on the D. If you want to put the octave, put your pinky 4th fret on the G to play the power chord. for now. And this way you don't have to bar it. If you can bar it, great. That's when it goes oh, oh, oh. Okay, now the rhythmic pattern, because those chords they're staying on the chords longer, we're going to need a new strum pattern. So an easy one that will take you through almost the whole thing until the very end is this one. We're just going to do down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, rest, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now there's one little change. When it gets to the very end of the chorus, the last time where it goes G, then to the B minor, the E minor, and the A, those are quick change. So for those chords, we're just going to use down, 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 up, change, down, 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 up, change, down, 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 up. Let me play it, you'll see what I mean. Here's the chorus. So it starts off, it comes right out of that, you're coming out of that D7 chord. It's a big build with the drums. Pink Floyd was so great at that, playing those cool verses and then big, heavy, huge choruses, right? Really builds the emotion. So it starts on the G. Here we go. And then right back into the second verse. So that's it. That's the whole song. It's just that verse, chorus, the outro, which is the verse chords, right? So you could just play that and then just kind of get back. Stop like on that D chord, right? Thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Hey, stay tuned. Lots more content, more lessons coming up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. This way you'll be notified. And click that link in the YouTube description box below, and I'll send you that free video lesson with my most essential chord changing techniques. And if you got a second, I just dropped a new record with my original band, Mind Cell. I'm based out of San Diego, California. I think it's a slammin' record. I would love for you to hear it. It's streaming on all the major platforms, as well as you could download the whole record, or you can even buy the CD. I'll put all those links in the YouTube description box, but please, if you get a chance, check it out and let me know how you like it. Remember, keep this in mind. Your guitar playing is an evolution. Take care and rock on.